I'm Tori.
And I'm Kara.
And you're watching Colonial SportsCenter.
Run out on Colonial SportsCenter. Could the men's lacrosse team pull out a colossal upset against the Nittany Lions? Plus, Rob Robinson and Jeremy Chappelle lead the Colonials to a slam dunk win. And put your seats and tray tables in their upright positions, because you're getting jacked up. Colonial SportsCenter starts next. Hey there, thanks for having us. What's good? Colonial SportsCenter is good. Matt Davies, Chris Baginski, and Chris, I believe you have some very good news for all those Pens fans out there.
Yes, the Penguins defeated the Montreal Canadiens 5-4 just a few minutes ago. The Penguins, who were 6 points out of a playoff spot going into tonight's game, now that's down to 4. They're going to need to win some games down this home stretch.
And they're going to need some help, but I think they'll get it. And moving on to stuff that's a little bit closer to home, the Robert Morris University men's lacrosse team, under the direction of fifth-year head coach Bear Davis, put on a spectacular showing on Saturday afternoon in their home opener at Joe Walton Stadium. Would the frigid temperatures allow a spark from last year's subpar season? We're going to check it out at Joey Walton. Coach Bear Davis looking to right the wrongs this season after last year's debacle. Okay, PSU in the blue, RMU in the white. Keith Lee getting inside for a score for RMU later. PSU's Colton Vosberg. It's 1-1 all. RMU right back at you. Dave Morton zipping it past PSU's goalie Drew Adams. A very physical game played out in the elements. A little love tap here and then a Penn State goal there. Later, some more violence. Somebody's talking about mamas, wouldn't you say? Second quarter. How about a little teamwork? Brandon Johnson connects with the back of the cage. How nice was that? Later, second. Talking teamwork. Patrick Smith doesn't need any teamwork. He just has mad skills. Check that out. Later, PSU would answer. Billy Lloyd, check him out. He's game. We got bonus time. Guess what? 4 quarters didn't do it. RMU scores with 3 minutes to go in overtime. They win 12-11. Very impressive win. RMU takes it. And guess what? Here's a fun fact. Penn State won 14 of 22 faceoffs. Very important. And RMU still able to take the victory. 1-1 as they lost to UNC. But a very impressive victory here on February 14th. Brandon Johnson on line 2.
It feels great. It's a great stepping stone for our team and for where we're going throughout this season. It's only our second game of the year, so we got a lot more games to prove, you know, that we're a good team and that we'll be there in the end. We just kept playing hard all game. You know, it was back and forth all game. We were up 6-1 in the first half, and they came back 6-6 in like the third quarter. I think we're going to do great. Last year we lost to Penn State 18-2, and we come back this year and beat them in double overtime. I think that's a great statement game for us, and once we enter into the CAA, we lost 3 of those games by 1 goal in our conference, and I think this year we're going to turn it around and hopefully make our conference tournament make an impact on the lacrosse world.
Take a look at the upcoming games for men's lacrosse. Big games against Detroit Mercy and VMI, and definitely against Ohio State, Hofstra, and Drexel, and Villanova. All big games, Chris.
Indeed they are. We'll have to see how this season pans out. They've been at the top of the Northeast Conference standings for weeks now, but it was on Saturday at the Sewell Center that the Colonials men's basketball team faced quite possibly their stiffest challenge of the year when the Bobcats of Quinnipiac came into town looking to improve their place within the conference and score a huge upset. But did they? Let's head back to Saturday and find out. Big time game at the Sewell Center. Romo's pumped up and he appears to have acquired a pair of roller skates. Ooh, yeah, it's rather convenient for him. We'll start off with Jeremy Chappelle going deep to Rob Robinson, #1 in your programs, and conveniently enough, #1 in your hearts as well.
What's fun Big C getting into it?
Yeah, funny how that works out. But the Bobcats can throw it down too. This is James Feldine. Boom. With authority. So we'll head on to the second half and wish happy Valentine's Day to those guys right there, whoever they are. Jeremy Chappelle puts it up, and that would be Rob Robinson putting it down with authority, with a vengeance, with, insert a word here that means impressive. But you want to tell? Yeah, that'll work. But you know what else is awesome? This little move right here. Pateco Francisco playing a little 2-on-1 ball with Jeremy Chappelle. Insert your own Chappelle Show joke right here, because all the quotes I can think of from the show involve vulgarity, so we won't get into that. 69-64 was your final score. It was Rob Robinson's first double-digit game, 22 points, 14 rebounds. He was flat out tremendous, and the Colonials still #1 in the NEC. And if you want to see the rest of the NEC, you can see it right there. Mount St. Mary, #2, Long Island, #3, and Quinnipiac now in a tie with Central Connecticut State for #5.
Robert Morris controls their own destiny, so it doesn't really matter.
That they do, and Ed Albert has more on the men's basketball team.
The key for the Colonials overcoming the Quinnipiac Bobcats was a strong defensive effort, but there is still room for improvement.
Tonight I just thought it was our press. I just thought it was our press wearing them down, and that's the way we scratched and clawed out a victory tonight. I thought we just, I don't know how many points off their, 29 points off of their turnovers. Again, this team finds ways to win, and hopefully we'll improve on some of the other, our half-court defense, which, again, you hold a good team to 41%, but too many wide-open shots.
One way that the team can improve is by keeping its confidence.
I have a confident bunch and a skilled bunch that understands, you know, they've been successful, so they have a confidence about them. And even in the huddle, I didn't see many, even when they hit that 3 to go up, I didn't see many nervous eyes, jittery people. They just, matter of fact, one of the guys yelled, you know, tons of time, 3 minutes left. So they remained poised and played with a purpose at the end.
That purpose is seen in junior forward Rob Robinson.
So Coach Rice was preaching, like, let's beat them up with what they do best. Like, so I just tried to go to offense glass hard as I could.
Rob did a tremendous job of pushing him off the block, maybe 2 more feet than he likes, and now that allowed our perimeter defenders to go down and dig and kind of be annoying and sometimes steal the basketball. I just think they did a tremendous job following that game plan.
A factor in that game plan was Jeremy Chappelle, who had 17 points and 5 defensive rebounds.
The game, you know, it was a close game, and we knew that if we played defense, you know, we was down 2-3 minutes left, and then we took the lead, and we knew we just had to get stops, and that was our game plan the whole game. You know, we got good stops, and at the beginning of the game, you know, they made every open shot, but we knew if we got to stop, that one key stop and get that rebound or that steal, you know, the game was gonna be ours, and we got that one key stop, we got that steal.
With this continued never say die attitude, the team will be in good shape for the stretch run into the postseason. From the Soul Center, Ed Albert, Colonial Sports Center.
And thank you, Ed Albert, for that package. And what we have now is just 4 games remaining in the season. 3 of them are on the road, Monmouth, Wagner, St. Francis, PA, and then they finally close at home next Saturday against Mount St. Mary's.
Gender change, women's basketball team's losing streak hit 4 games with a 74-57 loss to Quinnipiac University in Northeast Conference. Action at the Sewell Center on Sunday afternoon. With the loss, the Colonials fall to 12-14 on the year and 8-6 in NEC play, while the Bobcats improved to 14-9 and 7-6 in the conference. Here's how it played out at the Sewell Center. 3 of the 5 conference losses for the Colonials have been decided by 2 points or less. Not the case this day. Women in the pink for breast cancer awareness. Early offensive troubles for the Colonials. Sade Logan off, and that led to problems. Points for the Bobcats. Definitely points for the Bobcats, as Sade Logan would foul a Bobcat right there, and she was not 100% for the entire game. Here's Monet Johnson dribbling to the middle. Alyssa Jan gets a piece to Jackie Mann. Then Mann back to Jan. Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed. Jan only 2 points of the game. Later, Sade Logan, not 100%, but she's a warrior and she knocks down the three. 32-21, Quinnipiac at recess. Second half. Quinnipiac with the defensive rebound, and Brianna Rooney, no relation to the Steelers Rooney, or else I'd be a Bobcat fan. She finds Jacinda Dunbar off of the window and the foul. Later, Sade from the arc can't get it to go. She finished with 17. RMU just not playing good basketball right now. Their fourth loss in a row. Very frustrating for Sal Pascalia. If you look at the standings, Robert Morris now in a tie for third, in a three-way tie with St. Francis, PA, and Monmouth. It's going to be really tough to get up to that number 1 spot at 12 and 14. It's just not looking good. Now, as we look at their 5 remaining games, a big game against Sacred Heart coming up on February 16th. That is a must-win game for the Colonial women's basketball team. Hey, we're leaving, but coming right back, men's ice hockey looking for some vengeance against Bemidji State, because payback's a, well, you get the point.
I'm David Dietrich.
And I'm Susan Defino.
Our extension is 3865.
Colonial Sports Center. You ready?
Earlier on this season, the Colonials men's hockey team faced the Bemidji State Beavers. They lost both games. So the Colonials had revenge on their minds as the Beavers visited the Island Sports Center for the second time this season. Would it be same as it ever was, or would it be a different story? So we'll head on out to the Island, and you're going to see Dave Cowan win the ceremonial faceoff. A sign of things to come, perhaps?
Maybe.
Well, let's just find out. First period, Nathan Longpre in the slot to Chris Margot. NHL 94 style one-timer, and if you think that's impressive, he can also turn the puck into a ball of light and make it explode on the top shelf. It's true, Bobby Orr taught him that. Now here's Jamie McQueen, with 2 shots on Brooks Ostergaard, and well, if it were Steve McQueen, he'd score that, just saying. Now you're going to see a nice drop to Tyler Schofield, but all he's going to do is run into Brooks Ostergaard, unable to score. Third period, Jason Towsley has Matt Dalton on a string here. Just waits for him to fall down, then puts it in. RMU's up 2-0. And when you have an empty net plus a poor attempt at a clear, multiplied by Ron Kramer, you have a 3-0 victory for the Robert Morris Colonials. But how do they do in the second game, Matt?
I'm going to let you know. Game 2, same place, different time. RMU looking for some vengeance. Payback could it be forthcoming? Late first, Ben Kinney to McMahon Graham. Holla! He beats Brooks Ostergaard, but Ostergaard had a sensational game later. 2-on-1, and Ostergaard, one of his 32 saves for the Colonials. Colonials on a fast break. Stéphane Lachapelle. 2-1, Bemidji State at the first intermission. Second period. This is amazing. You ever hear of speed kills, Chris?
I might have.
Brandon Marino to Chris McKelvey, just victimizing Ostergaard, 3-1, BSU. All RMU from here. Jason Towsley to Chris Kuzniak, right in front of the cage. Then Nathan Longpre with the one-timer. Gets it to the back of the cage, but Ostergaard would take over after this third period. It is all Ostergaard. He kept the Colonials in this game. 21 saves in the second period, and that would salvage a tie for the Colonials against a tough Bemidji State team. They tie the second game 3-3. Justin Downs, holla at us.
The Colonial men's hockey team came into last weekend on a downward slide, coming away victorious in just one of their previous 10 games.
Just wanted to play better, continue to play better. We played very well at Niagara last weekend and just didn't have the results, and we just needed to play better, and good step in the right direction for us, taking 3 or 4 points from a very good hockey team that handled us a couple weeks ago.
What brought about the big change?
We knew what was expected tonight. We came. We practiced all week really hard. We knew what was coming, and we pulled through.
Another boost in momentum came to the team from freshman goaltender Brooks Ostergaard, who got his first collegiate victory while denying every one of the 32 shots he faced in just his third career start.
What a good job he did in stepping up. We're looking for some stability in our goaltending, and you know what? He did a very good job this weekend. You can't say enough about him.
I think the key was getting the first goal, getting to the lead, and then the rest of the way, we just played pretty good defensive hockey. The big saves I made in the second, were only a handful, and the team took control the rest of the way, and we got the second goal with 5 minutes left in the third, so that really made things a lot easier.
The Colonials' improved play seems to have also given them a quiet confidence heading down the stretch.
Just keep taking steps forward, peak at the right time, and we have 3 more weekends, 6 more games before our playoffs, and then we have 2 games to go to the NCAA tournament, so it's peak at the right time.
After coming away with a 3-0 shutout victory on Saturday over the #1 ranked Bemidji State Beavers and a 3-3 tie on Sunday, the Colonial men's ice hockey team seems to have found their stride as they take on Alabama Huntsville away next weekend. They will look to improve their standings in the CHA. They currently sit 4th in the conference. I'm Justin Downs, Colonial SportsCenter.
That report was from Justin Downs, and it was awesome. Throughout this season, Clark Cairns and Todd Lewis have learned how to play field hockey and volleyball from the best and brightest of Robert Morris's student athletes. On this installment of Lessons Learned, they teamed up with Tori Gargon and Kara Blakely to learn all about the finer points of lacrosse. Hilarity ensues.
Ball in your stick, you have to cradle it like this. All right, do you want to try? Oh, there you go. And that way no one can take the ball away from you.
Like say if you're coming at me like a banshee, try just whale it at your face. And then I'll get the ball back.
You could.
Is that allowed?
No.
Ooh. Get there.
Defense is pretty much just like in any other sport. I don't know. You guys look like ballers, basketball players.
Yeah, we play every sport.
Playing defense in lacrosse, you want to get your hands on your stick really low. You give them a little nudge, You can't push. You got to keep your arms locked.
No push.
It helps if you make sounds. I think. They get scared.
Give us one of your sounds.
Can I hear yours first? This is the split dodge, which is you just switch your hands.
You can go left or right.
I can't run him over because I'd be in charge, just like basketball.
Do I have to have my,
So your stick's up high, so the best place I can think of to shoot would be low.
Triple D. At that moment, you look like a hawk.
I would never stand in the cage, ever. Don't hit him in the head. Quick stick. Oh! I really wasn't aiming for him that time.
Whoa.
Well, that was good. Oh! Thanks for watching Lessons Learned. Come check us out this Sunday against Cincinnati at 1. Rookies, go ball hunt.
Thanks, guys and dolls. That was awesome. Hey, like I said, keep your seats up and your tray tables in their upright position because CSC's Justin Downs is catching up with the women's ice hockey all-time saves leader, Bri McLaughlin. Keep it right here on Channel 98.
Endurance. Commitment. Sacrifice. Rowing is the ultimate team sport. The Robert Morris University women's rowing team is looking for walk-ons. If you're strong, athletic, and have a great attitude, we'd love to have you on the team. You have nothing to lose.
In goal for the Colonials, number 33, Bri McLaughlin. Here we go over the blue line, a one-on-one, and glove save by McLaughlin. Oh, she just snapped it right out of the air. Look out here, she's on a breakaway. Deeks right, left, and a pad save by McLaughlin. Here's a chance for Providence. She walks in, pass in front, stops her once, twice, 3 times. How about another Bri McLaughlin? Top of the circle, shot deflected in front, rebound, another shot, and McLaughlin's gonna sprawl out, and she makes the save one more time. She cannot be beaten. Bri McLaughlin, you ready? Hi everybody, hope you're enjoying the show. Gretchen off sick tonight. I'm Justin Downs filling in for her. Alongside me is women's Colonial goaltender Bri McLaughlin. Bri, how are you tonight?
Not bad, how are you?
Pretty good. Bri, so nice to have you with us. A beginning of a long career started your freshman year. Did you ever imagine that your career would expand to what it is now at Robert Morris?
Not really. I actually came in with another goalie, and we weren't sure who was going to start. So it was a lot of hard work in the beginning, but luckily I got the start, and I knew I'd see a lot of shots.
Was it a shock getting the start so early?
The way I practiced in the beginning, yes.
Well, obviously all that practice paid off because the way it sits right now, you are the all-time winningest goaltender at Robert Morris. You've got 30 career victories under your belt. Is there one that sticks out in particular?
Definitely our game against Minnesota. That was awesome, winning in their house. That was their first loss against, well, anybody, against their home opener in their history. So that was pretty cool. The fans didn't really appreciate it.
Well, it was hard going in there, though, wasn't it? Because, I mean, you faced 65 shots. Now, you stopped 63, so a heck of a game. What was it like in that situation, facing so many shots?
I actually like when the fans are kind of yelling at me and stuff. It kind of gets my mind off the game and just have fun.
And you are currently also on a national level. You are currently one of 43 finalists for the Patty Casimir Memorial Award, given to the most outstanding player in college hockey this season. What's that been like for you?
I don't know. I mean, I just heard about it like last week. But I was pretty excited about it. I'm going up against a lot of good players, so
well,
I don't know.
Well, that's also a tribute to you off the ice as well, because it goes to people that do community service and stuff like that. What community service have you done?
Recently for the nursing program, we're working with the Mooncrest kids. So we go there a couple days a week and we just help them with their homework and teaching about like hygiene and stuff like that. We've also, as a team, we've done a lot of Special Olympics and stuff like that.
Another recent accomplishment you had past weekend, you guys played Mercyhurst. You faced 87 shots over the weekend and you stopped them. You are now the NCAA Division I all-time leader in saves for women's hockey. What's that like?
Tiring? I don't know. I mean, it's just a matter of how many times the other team shoots on you, and with the amount of time spent in the net, I guess eventually I was going to get there.
What else does, I guess the world wants to know what Bri McLaughlin does off the ice.
Just a lot of school, lots of tests, so I do a lot of studying and then just relaxing.
Last question. This Saturday is senior night. A lot of girls look up to you on the team. What's it going to be like for you with them? And also, was there anybody that you look up to when you were working up the ranks?
It's going to be sad on Saturday. I don't know. We're all excited for the game, and we'll just try to keep everybody focused on the game more after the ceremonies.
All right, Brianne, thank you so much. Always nice to have you on the show. Our Fave 5 coming up next. Colonial fans, athletes, be sure to tune in because you might be seen on camera. We'll be back after this.
SportsCenter. You ready?
Well, it looks like it's time for the Fave 5, but once again, there will actually be 6, as we have an honorable mention. Brooks Ostergaard, the freshman netminder for the men's hockey team, is going to make Matt Francis look quite unlike Ron Francis here. The C-Scope cans. Since when was CEE a word?
I don't know. Starting off with the countdown, Rob Robinson with the heist, and did he have a game, Chris? To Bateko Francisco and the dish to Jeremy Chappelle and one. Robinson with 5 steals and a 69-64 win over Quinnipiac. RMU stays atop the NEC Conference.
Moving on to number 4, Chris Kushnarek has quite a lot in common with Jim Morrison because he too is a backdoor man. Just a brilliant pass right across the front of the net. Almost looked like it went through the crease as he just puts that in. That is what we call a pretty goal.
Hey, if some is good, more is better. Back on the ice, Nathan Longpray to Chris Margot with the one-timer. Top shelf, RMU and Bemidji State end in a shoelace 3-3 tie in Game 2.
Number 2, Nathan Longpray says, "Hello, Chris Peluso. I'm Nate. What's your name?" That was quite a hit from him, and very intrigued by your playing style. I would like to subscribe to your newsletter.
And at number 1, back to the hardwood, Jeremy Chappelle's jumper is off, and Rob Robinson does that. Recall that, shall we? That deserves a number 2 look.
Okay, why not?
Why not? Robinson with 22 and Chappelle with 17. They combined for 39 points. This duo is lighting up the NEC Conference. And make sure you tune in to colonialsportscenter.com right after the show. You can watch today's episode. That'll probably be on early morning. Watch your favorite episodes of me and Chris.
And women's ice hockey has a doubleheader Friday and Saturday, 7:35 p.m. Men's lacrosse coming back to town to play Saturday, 1 p.m. Women's lacrosse also Sunday, 1 p.m. Cincinnati.
And everything on Channel 98 is right here for you. RMU Live, RMU Tonight, Colonial Sports Center at 9:30, and Prime Cuts at 11 p.m. We are done here. Nate McLaughlin signing a big 3-year, $15 million deal with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Big signing.
He's Chris. I'm Matt. We're out. See you later. Take it easy. Goodbye. whatever else. We're done.